And I'm back. And what I've got here today is a Senville Dehumidifier. And this is only about a year old. And what happened was I started getting an E5 error code, which is a temperature sensor fault. Now, the good people at Senville, when I contacted them, it was within the warranty and they just sent me another unit. So I've got a brand new one. And this, they said, just dispose of it, safely because it's got refrigerant in it and stuff. But I'm going to take it apart and let's take a look and see if we can figure out where that temperature sensor is and if we can get one and maybe make this thing work again. Okay, so I've been going around the case trying to open it up here. All the fasteners are out of it. I've been trying to pull this out of it, and there's some screws that are in this white piece here, and what I did was I pushed on it, because I didn't want to pry it here. I figured there was some type of a clip in there, and when I pushed on that released these hooks that are sideways here. Okay, see that? So if that's how that comes out, you can take out these two screws and then pop that towards the top. Oh, there's a screw right here. Look at that. There's one right there. I can't believe it, but I think there's a screw right up in there. I don't know how that would be possible, but there is a screw right there. And it looks like it's close to the top, so maybe that's holding the top. Oh, something let go a little bit. And it's another one of those same screws. All right, look at that. So that did make a difference. All right, so now that we got a ribbon cable here, we're gonna take a look at that. Okay, that comes apart there. That lock fell down, it's a little plastic lock. I'll get that. Well, let's see if that'll come up now. Look at that. Finally. Who'd have thought you'd had to take out a screw right there to get it? But it was right through that, right up here. My goodness. So that's the case off. Evaporator, condenser. And we've got power supply. And the compressor. So it's less than a year old. That's why it all looks like brand new, because it is. And they honored the warranty because it was within a couple of weeks of the 1-year anniversary of me having purchased it last fall. And it was just giving me this E5 error code, and it wasn't dehumidifying. So I don't know if it had lost a charge or what it was, but I looked up E5 error code and it said that it's a temperature sensor fault. And I guess that might be where the board is in here. But let's just take a 360 on this thing, take a look. Okay, here's your capillary tube for letting the refrigerant through. There's a little sensor up here at the top. Okay. All right, so we have the main board here. Now, I'm going to have to look up. I'm going to look online for the sensor, and there's one video I looked at. It doesn't show how to take this apart, but it talked about the sensor on another unit. It could be this one, it could be that one. I'm not sure. I'll have to figure it out. See where those go. So this little wire here, squeeze the connector and it pulls off of here. It's got two wires in it, and that goes up over the top, and it comes to here, and that pulls out. So that looks every bit like a sensor. Must be, yeah, it could be a temperature sensor right there. So that could be the item. I'm going to make sure. But there was a resistance test I saw somewhere. I'm going to look for that, and we're going to see if we can do a resistance test on this particular wire and see if it's within spec. Okay, so this little wire came out of that terminal on the board right there. Just squeezed it and pulled it out. And it says temperature there. It says PPE temp. And I was going to do a resistance test on this, but you see how small the holes are in there. So what I've done is I've taken 2 little pieces of steel wire and I've back probed the wires. Okay, so I have a resistance tester here, multimeter, set on the ohm setting. And let me see here, when I go across those wires, it's OL, open circuit. It's pretty hard to get a good contact on it, but I did it here just a minute ago. Get on that one. It's OL. There's nothing happening there. See that? So that's showing an open circuit. So that's probably the problem. And it just sits in that little cradle there, and it would pick up the temperature of this coil right there. So that looks like the problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can find another sensor. Okay, it's a couple days later, and this pack of thermistors arrived. These are coil temperature sensors, but they are in fact a thermistor. There's a pack of 8 of them for $14 on Amazon. Okay, so the end is a little smaller, but I think I can make it work. So up here where this fits in to that holder, it's a little smaller, but I think I can adjust this spring to make it fit a little tighter. What I've done is I've clamped the end of it ever so gently in the vise here, and I'm gonna take a reading. And you remember the other one was open. There was nothing going on there at all. And this one here, and that's running 14.3 kilo ohms. Now I'm going to hold that in my hand. All right, I'm going to hold this in my hand and warm it up and see if this should change. And then we're getting 6.85. So as it warms up, the resistance is decreasing. All right, let's say 6.8. And I'm going to let that cool off. I'm just going to sit it there, let it cool off a bit, and we'll take another reading, and it should climb. 9.6, 9.7 as it cools off. That's good. And let's see if we can get that to fall. Let's see here. 10.2. I'm going to pick it up right now. 10.4. I'm going to hold this in my hand now, and that should drop. There we are. There it goes. See that? All right, so that thermistor is good. Okay, so these thermistors I bought. Now, they were advertised as 10K NTC thermistors. And I didn't know what any of that meant, so I looked it up. And an NTC thermistor is a negative temperature coefficient thermistor. Oh yeah, and what an NTC thermistor does is that it decreases in resistance as the temperature increases, and the other way around. So the 10K rating, the 10,000 ohm rating, I wondered if, if there was a 5,000K rating, or a 2,000, or a 15, or a 90, or whatever. The resistance at the standard calibration temperature of 25 degrees Celsius is 10,000 ohms, okay? And they have a chart, and I'll show you that chart here in a minute. So basically, if you're going to have a temperature you're going to have a corresponding resistance that's going to be passing through here. And that's what your main board or whatever in the appliance that you put it in is going to read from. Okay, so there's a little, like a spring retainer in here. All right, and I'm just going to bend that a little bit. I could put a drop of silicone there. That would work. That would hold it. That shouldn't interfere with the temperature. Like that. There we are. And that should hold it in there. And there it is, plugged into the board. Turn that around, take a look. Could it be that that's why they don't fix them? Maybe that thermistor goes and they throw the whole thing out because nobody knows how to get the cover off. All right. Okay. And that just, I think that just hangs there like that. And we'll just push it down. You know, is that it? And that'll be it. Okay, so it's plugged in. And let's see if that's going to work. That's just reading the current humidity level, and it's on continuous. And that's where it was messing up before. So let's just give it some time to run and see if we get any error codes. What it was doing when it was throwing an error code, it wasn't collecting any water. It would run, the fan would run, and it would go hours like that, and it wouldn't collect any water. So let's let this run for a few hours, and we'll come back and let you know if there's been any error codes and if that fixed it. Okay, so it's later the next day. So this is run for almost 24 hours. And it didn't give me any error codes. And check this out. It collected water. So that was a fix. By changing that thermistor, it fixed the dehumidifier. Anyway, hopefully this helped somebody. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, just click subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. And if you don't mind, give us a thumbs up down there at the bottom of the screen. That helps the analytics for my channel, and it helps me bring you more content like this. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again here very soon on Everyday Projects. Bye for now.